Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 16. This is my workout view this morning. It's really pretty, but it looks like it's already starting to rain, so I don't think it's going to last very long. So I'll just enjoy it while I can. Last night I knotted all the fringes on my sister's scarf, and now I'm going to let it soak while I go have a shower. This feels like deja vu all over again. Once again, I'm using my kitchen floor as a place to lay out the blocking mats. Truth be told, I didn't put them away after blocking Stephanie's shawl because I knew I was going to need them again very soon. So we've been stepping over them for a couple of days. So I have soaked the scarf in some quite warm water and agitated it a little bit just to felt it up slightly, close in the holes from the weaving, and it seems to have shrunken in length just a little bit. I forgot to measure it precisely before blocking it, but I can tell that the fabric is a little more dense than it was when I took it off the loom. So that's a good thing. That's what I was hoping for. So yeah, you can really see the patterning in that yarn. I think it's very cool. So I hope my sister likes it. So once it's dry, I'll just smooth this fringe out nice and straight, and then I'll cut along whatever inch length I decide. And then this will be another thing that will be done. It is almost noon and I am finally sitting down to do some knitting. On the agenda today, Cameron's slippers. So I'm making this pattern here, the family classic slippers from Fiber Trends. I prefer the clogs myself, but Cameron likes this style, which is good. They don't take as long to knit as the ones that I do. I thought I only needed 2 skeins of yarn, but it sounds like I need a little bit more. But I have this whole bag here full of black worsted weight feltable wool, and I know at least some of it is Peyton's Classic wool. So I should be able to cobble together enough for the pair without any difficulty. Last night, he asked me if I had any more gift knitting to do, and I said, yes, your slippers. But even though I know he knows he's getting them, that makes sense? Even though he knows he's getting them, I don't want to work on them around him, and he'll be surprised by the color if nothing else. I had actually told him I thought I had some green yarn that I was going to use, so he won't be expecting black. Before I dive into that though, let's do today's Advent. So just as a reminder, this is from Fiber Nymph Dye Works. I had a few people asking, and I realized that I've incorrectly assumed that people have watched since the beginning of Vlogmas, or that I've mentioned it on my podcast and that everyone would know. But that was presumptuous of me. So yes, day 16. This is the 3rd year that I've gotten this Advent collection. I really have enjoyed it. Alrighty, today's colorway is called Secret in the Shadows. That could be just about anything. It's a great name. Sounds very mysterious. Okay, ready? Ooh, that's very purple. Of course it's very purple. It's very pretty is what I meant to say. Oh, lovely. Oh, I just can't wait till I can actually start working with all of these. In a way, it's turned out well that I wasn't knitting an Advent project this year because I would be really far behind. But I can anticipate weaving with this after Christmas. All right, time to get going on those slippers. I am really hoping I can knock out the pair today. but I don't know if that's going to happen. Tonight we're planning on having a wrapping party. We'll put something good on TV and sit down in the family room and wrap presents. So I would love to be able to do that knowing that all my Christmas makes are done. Anyway, I will check in with you later. I finished the sole of the first slipper. Yes, it's ginormous. This end here where my needle is, this is the center back, and then where that stitch marker is, that's the center of the toe. And so what I'm going to do now is pick up stitches all around this sole and then knit the upper part of the slipper. So if you've never felted anything before, you use really big needles. These are 9mm, and I'm holding 2 strands of a non-superwash worsted weight wool together. So the idea is that you knit big and loose, and then you purposely shrink the fabric by immersing it in hot water and giving it lots of agitation, and then it shrinks down to a normal size. And because it's all shrunk together, it creates a thick, strong, durable fabric. So I'm going to pick up all the stitches around the edge. Then I really need to have some lunch, and then I'll carry on after that and hopefully get at least one done today, if not both. It is very lightly snowing out here. It's freezing, but I caught sight of the heron. I say the heron. We often see a heron in the fields behind us. I assume it's the same one all the time, but I could be wrong. There's a really good look at it, though. And as always, we can hear the dogs from the kennel at the end of the road. Often when you see the heron, it's just standing in one spot for a long time. It's always neat when you actually get to see it walk. Our tree branches in the foreground. I love nature, but I am absolutely freezing out here, so I'm going to go back inside. Oh, one more maybe clear glance of it before I do. Here the helicopter just took off from the airport. Okay, in I go. I know the light's a little bit funny, but I need it in order to show you the slipper I've been working on. So this is how far I've gotten on slipper number 1. So you can see there's the garter stitch sole, and then I've picked up all around the sole and knit this stocking stitch upper, and I've bound off around the opening here, and then the next step is to pick up stitches all around the opening and then work some reverse stocking stitch, which makes the cuff roll to the outside. So I'm halting work on slipper number 1, and I'm going to start work on slipper number 2 because I'm considering doing a contrast cuff. So while I contemplate that, I'm going to go ahead and work slipper number 2. Now I know it looks really big and funny. When it's done, it will look something like this. This is Cam's. You can see it's got holes in it. Even though I do attach these leather soles to make them last longer. These are a few years old. So yeah, once it's felted, this is how it looks. So I keep worrying that Cameron's going to come home in the middle of me working on it. What time is it anyway? It's just about 5 o'clock, so I think I can get a little bit more work done on the slippers before he gets home. But before I sign off for today, my something good is Christmas stockings. So we have some very eclectic Christmas stockings. This is Cameron's, which doesn't look like a Christmas stocking per se, at least not as far as the fabric goes, but his sister made this for him. I'm guessing it was in the 60s or early 70s, and it just means a lot to him. It's the stocking he had growing up, and even though it's really small and you can't really fit anything besides maybe an orange in it and a candy cane, you know, it's his, and he wants to keep it. I offered to maybe applique this onto a bigger stocking so he could still keep it, but he just, you know, he just likes to keep his own stocking, which is fair enough. I get that because I want to keep my own stocking. This is the one my mom made for me when I was growing up. She made all of us different felt stockings, and then one year she redid a bunch of them because they were wearing out. So I think this is my second version. Oh yeah, you can even see my name on it there. Yeah, I think, I'm not positive, I think this is my second one, but it was a duplicate of my first one. We all had different styles. And then I made stockings for all of my kids out of fabric. So this is our youngest sons. The other kids have taken theirs to their own homes. So I used the same pattern for all of them, and they just featured different fabric and different things on the cuffs. So that's my something good for day, Christmas stockings. And I'm imagining that, you know, the kids' stockings will have as much sentimental value for them as our own stockings have for us. All right, that is it for Vlogmas day 16. I'm going to work on the slipper for a little while longer. I do have something out of the freezer for tonight's dinner, and yeah, as I said before, we're gonna dive into wrapping presents tonight. So I'll see you again tomorrow for Vlogmas day 17. Good night.